a news package, presents 6-month scorecard. Governor Moino directs Council Chairman as HOA Committee commences oversight functions. Data management, national identity occupy front burner at National Population Commission retreat in Uyo. Fresh worries for Emefiele as EFCC raises new charges on illegal withdrawals. Plus, Niger State lawmakers' marriage sponsorship may be court matter. Stay tuned for details of these and other reports in a moment. Good evening, welcome to the news. My name is Mercy Ekere. In his determination to ensure accountability and service delivery, the state governor, Pastor Moino, has directed Transition Committee chairmen of the 31 local government councils in the state to submit their achievements in their last 6 months in office. The governor's directive is contained in a release signed by the Chief Press Secretary, Mr. Kirito Udo, and made available to our newsroom. The release indicates that verifiable achievements recorded by the local government's helmsmen will enable effective and more robust planning for the next phase of governance. Their scorecard, the release notes, should be channeled through the Office of the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Frank Achibong, and must reach the governor on or before May 20. Meanwhile, the House of Assembly Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs has announced its commencement of oversight functions across the 31 local government councils of the state from tomorrow, May 15, 2024. A release signed by the clerk of the committee, Edidi Idong, on behalf of the chairman of the committee, Mr. Mfonidong, advised Transition Committee chairman to make available 18 copies of documents listing projects executed, value of the projects, and level of implementation or completion, as well as other related reports. Transition Committee members as well as staff of councils are all expected to be on their duty posts. A National Population Commission retreat is currently underway at the prestigious Ibom Hotel and Golf Resort, Mwangiba, Akwa Ibom State. The event, hosted by the Federal Commissioner representing Akwa Ibom State in the Commission, Chief Benedict Ukpong, has participants from the echelon of the Commission, including its Executive Chairman, Nasir Isakwara, and a representative from Senate Committee on National Population Identity to deliberate on issues on population data management and national identity. Our reporter Miriam Ekotu has more.
Chief Benedict Ukpong, in his welcome speech, said the retreat dwells on strategies to enhance the accuracy and reliability of population data, as well as the utilization of innovative technologies for data collection and management. He explained that the retreat provides a crucial platform for stakeholders to exchange ideas and best practices in the field of population and data management. He said the ongoing retreat is expected to yield valuable insights and recommendations that will further strengthen the Commission's mandate of providing reliable population data for national development. While thanking the State Governor, Pastor Moino, for his interest and support to the Commission, he appealed for more support from the government and all stakeholders to enable the Commission to succeed.
The retreat is unique and timely. I am optimistic that it will contribute to the efficient management of men and resources in the Commission. Also, it is my earnest prayer that this retreat will take an in-depth review of our long journey towards the smooth and successful conduct of the first ever digital and green population account census in Nigeria.
In his keynote address, the Executive Chairman, National Population Commission, Nasiri Isakwara, emphasized the importance of ensuring the integrity of population data for informed decision-making and effective governance. Honorable Isakwara also highlighted the Commission's commitment to leveraging modern tools and methodologies to improve data collection processes and solicited for cooperation of all during the field exercise. He thanked the President, Bola Tinubu, for his interest in population matters and the support given the Commission so far.
A program of action for the new strategic direction for the Commission in order to achieve its vision and mission.
The Senate Committee Chairman on Population and National Identity, Senator Mustafa Musa, who was represented by Senator Dickett, expressed his support for the Commission's efforts and underscored the significance of accurate population data in shaping national policies and programs.
Our government today embarks on a vital mission to not only deepen our understanding of the National Population Commission's operations, but also to significantly enhance our collective community.
Miriam Ekbutu, AKBC News.
The Commissioner for Trade and Investment, Dr. Jonathan, has re-emphasized government's willingness to partner investors from within and outside the state to diversify the state's internally generated revenue. He stated this when members of the National Palm Produce Association of Nigeria, led by its president, Mr. Alfonso Ziyan, paid a courtesy call on him in Oyo. The report. Noting that crude oil is no longer the mainstay of Nigeria's economy, the Commissioner said there is need for diversification of the state's internally generated revenue, as agriculture has potentials to boost the economy. He said he is happy to meet key players in the palm produce sector, noting that the meeting will foster collaborations, address challenges, explore avenues for enhancing productivity and market access within the sector, as well as strengthen the value chains.
Palm oil, palm kernel, all of those items are blood gold. In time past, a lot of people made a lot of money from palm kernel. There were merchants from different parts of the state. It's not the easiest way to make money, but surely you can make so much money from palm produce. You can help the government, you can get young people to work, and you can put food on many tables by getting involved in agriculture and especially palm produce.
The meeting focused on strategies to revitalize the palm produce industry, address existing challenges, and unlock opportunities for sustainable growth. Representatives of all associations under the auspices of the National Palm Produce Association of Nigeria, including Akwa Ibom Integrated Palm Kernel Dealers and Akwa Ibom State Palm Oil Millers Association, all spoke on the potentials of the palm produce and their readiness to support the state government boost the sector.
We are here for effective partnership and to make sure that we join His Excellency Person Omano to develop the state in the oil palm sector.
Our friend, I'm in the Sokidio Benefiani, in government release of Kakwa in the state, it will not from. Some of them would have perfume. Is a Kodum Poki is you. You come back
arguable asset. That was the reason why our forefathers, they say, they might have any, why did you call you? If we have a good leverage, here no Iban. The man, I you the man, I give you. It was great.
Mercy Ekere, AKBC News. You're watching AKBC 45 News. Still ahead, Niger State Speaker in wedding sponsorship saga for 100 girls. And former Central Bank Governor printed Naira illegally, EFCC says. These and more after this time out to stay.
Everything you go through in life is preparing you for your next assignment. My father was a police officer, so I lived in the barracks. A barracks like a mini in Nigeria, you know, you find everybody there. My dad's salary, of course, couldn't meet the family income, so I had to sell soft drinks for my mother so that we can make up the family income. I used to take soft drinks from our home and I'll go to the airport and sell. It was fun. I didn't know I was going to ever get into hotel business. So eventually, my coke hawking helped me later in life when I started running my hotel. Those little things you did became building blocks for my later days in life. And you know what? My house was built on the same street I used to go through to hawk. And so everybody that saw me hawk these soft drinks for my mother, when I bought a land there and built my house, all of those people were still alive. It's like, some of them had to bring their children. Look at me mentor these kids. Today, when I drive around the streets, sometimes you find people sell and you stop by. I just remember, it used to be like this. That hawking has helped me today to be able to serve the people. Accept the things you can't change and change the things you can, and ensure that you just have the fear of God in you. I think the only person that can stop you from achieving what God has set out for you is you.
Akwa Ibom is rising.
We're pleased to have you with us on tonight's newscast. To the rest of our reports, the investigative hearing of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly Committee on Industry, Commerce and Tourism yesterday received a report that the state government had in 2008 revoked the certificate of occupancy and cancelled its contract with Ekbudia Enterprises on the defunct Kwa River Hotel, Eket. The new information was part of accounts of the transactions presented by the director of the Pastor Imobasi Jacob when he appeared before the committee. Legislative Affairs reporter Uyukuswa tells us more.
Monday's hearing was the third investigative sitting of the committee. The first accounts at the sitting were those of the Managing Director of the Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation, AKICOP, Pastor Imobasi Jacob. Pastor Jacob explained that contrary to insinuations that the hotel was outrightly sold out, there were conditions for the sale, which Ekbudia, the co-investor, later defaulted on. He said on government's discovery that its idea for privatizing Kwa River Hotel, like several other businesses, had failed, it decided to revoke the agreement and certificate of occupancy of the investor, which the investor acknowledged and pleaded for leniency in a later raid at the meeting.
This letter was dated 27 June 2008, addressed to the governor. And the first paragraph, quote, "With humility and heavy heart, I appeal to you, my governor, and father of all people of Akwa Ibom State, to to reconsider your recent action to cancel my ownership of the e-resort property that I bought from the state government a few years ago. End of quote.
The representative of the Commissioner for Culture and Tourism was not allowed to speak, as the committee insisted the commissioner must appear in person.
The hotel and tourism is under him. Anytime we invite him to come, he will not. Permanent please, you don't speak today. Let the commissioner will invite him properly. You will appear in the floor of the house.
The committee also reacted to a lawsuit of an interlocutory injunction in a state high court on the property by reading from the Legislative Houses, Powers and Privileges Act 2018 of the National Assembly. The act grants national and state houses of assembly immunity from litigation for actions taken in plenary or committee proceedings of the House to strengthen the power of the legislators to carry out their legislative functions. The Act also empowers the legislators to summon any person to appear before them to give evidence. Chairman of the committee and Chief Whip of the House, Chief Effiong Johnson, said with all the information at its disposal and others to be submitted at a later date, the committee is better positioned to take an informed decision which will guide the executive on its next course of action on the hotel.
We will do what we need to do. So I made recommendations to the women of the league. These are oversight functions that we are doing. We will recommend what we need to. If you have any problems, we will come to you and we will need to find out anything, we come and find out. So we can put that in the solution.
Uyoko Uswa, AKBC News.
Now on the national scene, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has issued fresh charges against the former governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, over an allegation that he illegally printed naira notes while he held sway at the Apex Bank. The EFCC, in a 4-count charge entered before the High Court, Abuja, also accused the former CBN governor of unlawfully approving the withdrawal of about 124.8 billion naira from the Consolidated Revenue Fund. According to the EFCC, the defendants violated the law with the intent to cause injury to the public by issuing directives that new naira notes be printed without the approval of both the former President Muhammadu Buhari and the board of the CBN. Emefiele, who is already facing multiple charges both in Abuja and Lagos, is expected to take his plea before his trial justice, Marian Aneni. The Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy Ohane, has approached the courts to stop the Speaker of the Niger State House of Assembly, Abdul Malik Sarkindagi, from marrying off 100 girls in his hometown. The minister, who made this known while speaking with newsmen in Abuja, said she has also petitioned the Inspector General of Police over the Niger State lawmakers' plans, adding that investigations have been launched into the circumstances surrounding the issue. Last week, the Niger State lawmaker had disclosed that he would sponsor the wedding of 100 girls, some of whom were orphaned by the insurgency as part of his Maringa constituency project. He said he had acquired materials for the event, which was scheduled for May 24, while promising to pay dowries for the bridegrooms. Following criticisms against the speaker, he clarified that he was only funding the wedding and not forcing the girls into marriage. However, the Minister for Women Affairs said the plan is unacceptable and that the future of the girls should be priority. She said the ministry will take responsibility for the girls' education and vocational training. And on that note, we conclude our news tonight. But just before we give another look at the major stories, I told you that Governor Moino has directed council chairmen to present their last 6 months scorecard before May 20. Already, the House Committee on Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs says it starts oversight function tomorrow and advised chairman to present 18 copies of their report cards. Ways of managing data and national identity challenges are issues dominating discussion at a retreat by top officials of the National Population Commission in Uyo. Put in place by the Federal Commissioner, Chief Benedict Tupong, the retreat has in attendance representative of the Senate and the Commission's Executive Chairman. Also told you that for declaring to sponsor the marriage of 100 girls as part of his constituency project, the Niger State Speaker is in trouble with the Minister of Women Affairs, as its minister has approached the courts to stop the constituency project. That's the package tonight. Thanks for your time. My name is Mercy Ikere, and here's wishing you a pleasant night rest.